Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I'm a veteran myself, so you know what I'm saying. You're welcome. Psych, nah. But what I wanted to say real fast is that sometimes, right, you can be going through some stuff, right, or feeling a certain type of way, and then you might come to me or call me or this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying, to tell me, right? And what I'm starting to learn is that if what I say doesn't align with how you're feeling in that moment, you will always miss the message. If what I say doesn't align with how you feel in that moment, you will always miss the message. And what that looks like is this, right? You might call me, or I'm having a conversation with someone, and they can tell me 30 different things about what's going wrong in their life, right? 30 different, they're rattling them off, right? And rightly so. They, you know what I'm saying? They are facing some challenging times, right? And they're saying this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. But after they say all of that stuff, then my response is always going to be with, well, look at this. Or look at what you got there. Or you woke up this morning, so it's always a chance, right? And because what I'm saying doesn't align with how they're feeling right in that moment, they will totally miss the message because their perspective is all screwed up, right? Then what they'll do is they'll call someone else or talk to someone else, and they'll say, man, this is going wrong and this, that, and other. Then that person will say like, yeah, I know how you feel because I'm going through X, Y, and Z as well, and blah, 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 right? And what you have done is you have allowed your emotions to be fed by someone who isn't meant for you to even align with. You see, when you're feeling a certain type of way, right? Like, see, words have power, right? A lot of times you might wake up in the morning and you might be like, man, I don't feel good. I feel like I'm coming down with a cold. What generally happens throughout the course of that day, it seems like it gets progressively worse. Right? Like you start being like, man, oh man, this, that, and other, right? Because you have already spoken it to existence. So a lot of times when you're going through something, right, and you're facing challenges, you have a tendency to try to sway towards someone else who's going through the similar challenges or has even more harsher challenges because it makes you feel comfortable. It aligns in how you feel. And for most people, you don't want to be uncomfortable. So you will align yourself with this person that, you tell them like, I just, broke up with such and such and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And then they hit you with, girl, a homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through the same thing, right? Then y'all intertwine in each other's mess. But when you are supposed to say, okay, this is happening to me, let me, you know what I'm saying, have someone pour into my life. Let me link up with someone who is going to speak life into me. Right? Because I need to hear this at this moment, right? That's why a lot of times when you're sad, you start listening to sad music. It's speaking to that inner demon and it's making you feel worse. You know what I'm saying? Like the song that come to mind is Mary J. Blige, I'm Not Gonna Cry. You're going through emotional relationship or this, that, and the other, right? Then you put that song on, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, right? Meanwhile, you crying, right? Like you shedding all of these tears, right? And you feel like that song has been written for you. But let's change the scenario. Let's say you going through some hardships and you going through some trials and you know what I'm saying? And then you put on an uplifting song, a gospel song, right? Your spirit changes. It changes, right? Because it is making you uncomfortable. It is not allowing you to be stuck there. And what I am learning now is some people just want to be stuck there. That's why now I come to people, right? When they start telling me stuff, I'll be like, hey, listen, do you want my opinion or do you just want to vent? Because if you just want to vent, I can sit here and just let you vent. I'm cool with that. But I need you to be honest with me, right? Do you really want my honest opinion, or do you just want to be heard? Because if you just want to be heard, I am king of this. Oh, for real? What? Man, I can do that till the cows come home, right? But if you want to have an honest conversation, if you tell me something, I'm going to keep it real with you. And I'm going to be like, listen, no, that's messed up. You messed up. You know, you telling me about all of these different circumstances. I'm going to, hey, no, listen, you're there because of this. You're there because of that. You know what I'm saying? And I know I've said this story so many different times, right? And I know people might be tired of hearing it, but it just stands. It was so prophetic to me when my grandfather told me, right, when I was telling him that God knows everything, and if I walk down that hall, he knows that I'm going to trip over that skateboard. So what am I to do? He already know I'm going to do it. And my grandfather said, yeah, that's true. But what if I told you the week prior, every day of the week, to pick up the skateboard? He said, so God provided you a way, you just didn't listen. So a lot of times the things that you're going through, there has been a way provided. There has been people in your life speaking life into you, right? But you didn't want to hear, because that inner demon, it didn't feed them. It didn't make them, you know what I'm saying, feel like, okay, yeah. Because a lot of times you got to be told the truth. You messed up, or you're in that situation because of you. It's not too late, because you woke up this morning, so you can still get it right, but you got to want to get it right. And nobody on this earth can make someone get it right. That's between them and God. The only thing that you can do is speak life into them. Show them the other perspective. But a lot of times people don't want to see the other perspective, because they like what their perspective, they like that attention that it gets. That's why they can come on social media and then tell you how next year is their year. Because that's what you're supposed to say. But what are you doing for next year? If you're doing the same thing that you have been doing all of these years, next year is going to look the exact same. You ain't got to tell everybody your next move. That's why a lot of moves don't get fulfilled, because you're telling people and you're giving people a chance to sabotage it. Oh yeah, you know, I'm about to do this, that, and the other. No, listen, you tell that testimony after you're through it. If you trying to get this job, or you trying to do this, that, and the other, give thanks after it happens. That's all you got to do. Because half the time you're just saying this stuff because you want to flex on someone. But anyways, man, I hope y'all have a great day. For everybody that got the day off, man, enjoy your life. Enjoy your day.
Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.